Welcome or welcome back to Cooking It Real. If you're new here, my name is Kathy, and I'm so glad that you're in my kitchen today. Well, it's spring, and you know what that means. Strawberries are back. I'm so excited. Strawberries are just coming back into season in my area, and it is going gangbusters so far. I actually went out looking for strawberries the other day to make this recipe, and the fresh strawberries had been completely wiped out. They told me it was chaos. As soon as they arrived, whoosh, they were gone. So everybody's buying up their strawberries to make their recipes. We're going to be doing several recipes, one today, but over the course of the next week or two, we're going to be doing several more strawberry recipes. Today, I'm going to make a very simple recipe, very rewarding for the first strawberry recipe of the year, very easy. We're going to make strawberry lemon blondies. What we need for our blondies is some all-purpose flour, some granulated sugar, baking powder and salt, 1 egg, cup of butter, our star of the day, the strawberries. Now I only need 1 cup of chopped strawberries, but these just look so beautiful. I had to show you all of them. And some fresh lemon juice. All right, let's get started. Now these strawberries are from South Carolina, and they are the first of the season. So I'm excited to get into it. I haven't even tasted any yet. Isn't that crazy? Okay, here's a tip about strawberries. When you buy fresh strawberries, you want to wash them before you use them, but you want to make sure that you wash them while the tops are still on. If you cut off the tops and then rinse your if you cut off the tops and then rinse your strawberries, you're going to wash away some of the flavor. So I recommend that you wash them before you need them, okay, right before you need them, and wash them with the tops on. Okay, so like I said, I only need 1 cup of strawberries, so I'm going to just chop up until I get 1 cup. All right. We start by creaming 1 cup or 2 sticks of butter with 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. Get my beater on. Beat it. And we're going to cream this together till it's light and fluffy. Whoop. There we go. Okay, that looks awesome. All right, I forgot to say that this butter was at room temperature. It was softened butter, so don't forget to soften your butter in advance. All right, now we're going to add 1 egg. It's kind of small egg. Hope it does okay. I'm sure it will. You do okay, egg? Yes. All right. Okay, now that the egg has been incorporated, we're going to add our fresh squeezed lemon juice. I only need 1/4 cup. So I squeezed that big old lemon, and let's see if we get 1/4 cup. Oh, just barely. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Exactly 1/4 cup. Put that in. Now, you can use bottled lemon juice too. Recently, when I was doing my video about spinach pesto, one of you noted in the comments, quite rightly, that I wasn't using the zest of the lemon, just the lemon juice in my pesto. And so I thought, you know what? They're right. I'm going to start making sure I zest my lemon before I squeeze it, which I did right here. I think I got about almost a tablespoon of zest. I'm going to put that right in there. That's going to really amp up the lemon flavor. All right, now let's see if we can get this mixed in. Ooh, I'm getting it all over me. All right, here we go. Mix. All right, that went in pretty good. It said in the recipe that the lemon juice might not blend in perfectly, but it will once we get the dry stuff going. Now, if I haven't mentioned this already, and I don't think I have, but now will be a good time for you to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. All right. Yeah, now it's time for dry ingredients. And we're gonna do this bad girl style. We're going to add 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, kosher salt. I'm just gonna put it right on top, and I'm gonna mix it right in. Okay, and now in this bowl, I have 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to add in about half of that to start. Okay, oh, look at cooking it real. Good thing my counters are nice and clean. Do you make a mess when you cook? I sure do. I'm getting better, but it's taken me decades. All right, let's add the rest. Oh, this smells so good. I can smell that lemon in there. I think this would be just perfect, just as it is. Lemon blondies. Okay, that's good. It's nice and kind of thick. All right, so I'm going to take off my beater and get this scraped out. Okay, now we're going to fold in our 1 cup of chopped strawberries. And I'm going to show you like the size that I chopped these into, okay? They're not teeny tiny, but they're not huge. I think this will be perfect. Try to make them like the size of a chocolate chip. All right, turn this way so I can hold it. And we're just going to gently fold this into the batter, which is a stiff batter. And apparently, according to my recipe, that's the way it's supposed to be. All right. Now let's get our pan prepared. I have here, I don't know, I used this the other day. I still don't know whether it's an 8x8 or a 9x9. I call it a brownie pan. Not doing brownies, we're doing blondies. Same thing. I've got 2 pieces of parchment paper that I'm going to use on this pan. And how I did that is I rolled out a bigger sheet of paper, put my pan on top, like so, took a marker, went down each side, and then cut on the lines. And we're going to put our paper going this way, sort of like give it a crease to help it stay down. Get up there. Get up, get down. What do I want? I don't know. And then we have one going the other direction. And this way, it's going to make it easy to lift out the blondies when they're cooked. We're not going to spray. We're not going to butter. We're just going to put it in just like so. Okay, here we go. I might need a couple of different utensils to get this in there. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, I'd just take a spoon to this. Oh, mercy. Yeah, I'm going to get a spoon. Get this going like so. All right. And try to get every last bit. Oh, this is going to be so good. I'll tell you, my husband is waiting anxiously for this to be done. He did something really awesome today that he's been wanting to do for a while and finally got it done. And he said, I think I deserve a treat. How about those blondies? It's like, okay, let's do it. All right, now I'm just gonna take this spoon and see if I can't smudge this around some. Just take your time. Anything worth having is worth waiting for. Isn't that what they say? Oh, look at that. Look at those chunky bits. Oh, it's going to be so good. And we're going to glaze this too later on. That's an optional step, but I think we're going to do it. So we'll talk about those ingredients when we're done. Let's see. I want to make sure, as best as I can, that I'm having an even thickness over the whole pan. Now, if this was a thinner batter, it would kind of spread itself, you know, but because it's not, I gotta make sure, which is what I'm trying to do. Hope you can see. Let's see. Sure, if I'm not doing it right, if I'm missing something, y'all are probably watching thinking, up in the corner, get that corner's not filled. Okay, where's my spatch? Get this. I'm sure it'll smush down a little bit as it bakes. Oh my gosh. And you know, don't try to get a certain amount of strawberries per square inch. That'll just make you crazy. Some will have more, some will have less. That's just what makes it fun. It's like a box of chocolates, as Forrest Gump would say. You never know what you're going to get. All right, let's see. Anybody need any special attention? Am I missing anything here? This looks like a little gap right over here. All right, so when your oven is preheated to 350, you want to put this in, and we're going to bake it for 30 to 35 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out clean, okay? To the oven. Okay, for our glaze, we're going to start by making a tiny bit of strawberry puree. This part is optional, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So I just took 3 of those strawberries that we had prepared earlier, washed up and everything. I took the tops off, and I'm going to put them in my mini food processor, and I'm going to chop and grind them up. When you only have a little bit in this thing, you have to keep mushing it down. Well, it's starting to work. All right. You see that? So we get some chopped up strawberries in there. So I'm going to take this bowl. Make sure you can see that. I'm going to take a little strainer. I'm going to put the strawberries into the strainer. Try to get as much of the, what'd I do? Drop it in. As much of the minimal amount of juice in there as there is. If you can think of another way to do this, let me know in the comments below. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to use the, oh yeah, see, can you see that liquid coming out? I don't know if you can or not. We're making like strawberry juice. Seems almost like if you get it going a little bit, you can, sorry about that. We're getting some chunky bits in there too, into the juicy part, but I don't care because I think that's gonna be an added bonus in our glaze. Okay. That looks pretty good. Now, I think I would say that that is, you know, a good spoonful and some of a strawberry puree. Okay, now the next thing we need is 1 cup of confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar and some lemon juice. Okay, let's add some of our powdered sugar. Let's start with about half of the cup. Mix it in with the puree. You notice how when the powdered sugar gets wet, it just kind of melts. So you want to, you know, add a little bit at a time, or add your liquid a little bit at a time so you don't make it too runny. Now I'm going to give it a squeeze of lemon juice. If you don't want to do the strawberry puree thing, just do it all with the lemon juice. That'll work just fine. Add the rest of the powdered sugar. A little bit more lemon. That's looking good. I think I want it to be a little bit thinner. I want it to, we're going to wait till the blondie's cool to glaze it, but I want it to maybe be just a little bit thinner. So I'm just going to add a few drops of lemon. And if I overdo it and it made it too thin, I can always add some more of the powdered sugar. All right. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine for now. All right, now all we got to do is wait for those blondies. Let's try that toothpick trick. Toothpick comes out clean. I'm going to stick it in one of these little cracks. It still comes out clean. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Everybody's oven is different. The recipe said 350 for 30 to 35 minutes. I started mine at 32, put it back in for 37. Now it's been a full 45 minutes. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit on a rack and cool in the pan for about 10 minutes. And then I'll be back with the next step. All right, now let's try to get this out of the pan. Let me see. Shall I try corner to corner? Yep, let's scooch. There we go. Ooh, doesn't that look good so far? You know, there was a lot of moisture in these strawberries, and it made it kind of crack a little bit when I went to pick it up. But let's let this cool now that it's out of the pan for, let's say, another 5-10 minutes, and then we'll put the glaze on. Okay, now it's had another rest. It's still slightly warm. Let me see. I'm going to take off this bottom paper, so that comes off nice and easy. And now let's see about our glaze. Remember, this is a little bit of strawberry puree, lemon juice, and powdered sugar. Let's just try a little bit here and see if it melts too quickly. I think that looks good. All right, let's do it. I'm just going to drizzle. I think what I'll do is I will glaze like so, and then I will taste. And if I think it needs more glaze, you can always add more. But if it's too sweet, you can't take it away. Oh, look at how pretty that looks. Oh, yeah. More a little bit over here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, look at that. You'd be happy to serve that, wouldn't you? All right, let's try to find a nice plate. All right, now it's the moment of truth. I have my special guest here, Will. He's going to help me taste. He's been waiting all day for this.
You need smell-o-vision.
I know, it's delicious smelling. Now let's try it.
I think I'm going to have to test all of it.
That's good.
It's very good.
You really can taste the lemon, which is a good thing, and the strawberries. It's not overly sweet, would you say?
No.
And the consistency is kind of like, what would you say, a cross between cake and almost like a biscuit, or
It's kind of doughy, but it's not like a scone, but reminds you of a scone.
but it's good.
Very good.
All right, well, you'll keep eating that. And let me just thank you for joining me today. And until next time, keep cooking it real. Bye, everybody.
Bye.